Traders Weekend heute mit einem Special. Wir sind auf dem Web Summit in Lissabon. Wir haben wieder Podcast Summit Zeit. Und das heißt, wir befassen uns mit Themen, die nicht zwingend mit dem Markt zu tun haben, mit dem Kapitalmarkt, sondern auch mit anderen Themen. Unter anderem mit dem Thema, das natürlich auch Leute vom Kapitalmarkt sehr, sehr umtreibt, die Gastronomie. Wir sind alle regelmäßig in Restaurants und jeder, der das im Studium schon mal gemacht hat, der weiß, wie hektisch es dort zugeht, wie viel dort erledigt werden muss, ohne dass der Gast es mitkriegt und wie viel Zeit dabei drauf geht. Jetzt gibt es Lösungen für dieses Problem, den Stress zu bewältigen in der Gastronomie und dabei auch noch nachhaltig zu werden. Und diese Lösung kommt aus der Schweiz, aus Genf, und zwar von Foodetective. Neben mir ist Andrea Tassistro. Er ist einer der Gründer von Foodetective und er wird mir jetzt gleich mal erklären, worum es bei Foodetective eigentlich geht und was die Vorteile sind. Andrea, nice to have you here. Nice to talking to you. Question is, Foodetective, you are going to make the restaurant business a bit easier. How do you do that?
Yes, exactly. So our goal is to provide restaurants with a single platform and tool to manage absolutely everything from social medias to deliveries to procurement to HR and everything a restaurant can actually has to manage its business.
So that means you combine all the different services we have online for the restaurants just to make it easier in one platform, right?
Exactly. So not only we have this unique platform where you can manage everything, but on top of that, you can integrate any tool in order to make it seamlessly easy to manage, let's say, your social media, so Instagram, Facebook, Google, your deliveries, Uber, Deliveroo, and Just Eat, your HR system, your procurement. And all of this, you can either do it from our platform or integrating the tools you already use from one single interface.
To be honest, most of us have the guest perspective on restaurants, so they want to have it nice, they want to have delicious food, and they want to have easy access to the restaurants. But there's only a few more guests are considering about. How did the idea come to you?
So the idea came actually while operating restaurants in 2012. From 2012 to 2017, we realized while growing two restaurants, first one in London and a second one in Geneva, that it was really, really complicated to have everything on one single view, first of all. And then even more complicated to manage all of these things seamlessly, because one restaurant has usually around 18 different tools and apps they use. And so if you open 2, 3, 4 restaurants, then you multiply the number of tools you use, which makes it extremely complicated to manage these all from one single platform, right? And so we decided to build the platform we dreamed of back in the days in order to help restaurants and make their life a bit easier.
How did you do that? As you said, you were operating restaurants. Mostly people who are operating restaurants come from the cooking business. They are kind of investors. Or what's your background?
So I studied management and entrepreneurship in London. I then went into this restaurant journey, which was pretty new for me back in the days, but which I'm totally passionate about. And the technology piece really came while taking care of the restaurant. So I looked after all the technology stack of our restaurants. So I wasn't really like cooking or managing the business as a whole. I was more in the operational tech side. And I did a little course at EPFL in 2017, and this is where it started. But initially, not a developer, but I had to learn, I guess, everything in order to make sure everything works exactly.
So you're here at the Web Summit on the growth platform. That means your business is pretty successful. Who's using your services, and in how many countries are you present?
So right now we have different offices around Europe with the HQ in Geneva, and we're looking at Europe from an online point of view. So restaurant can register online but have presence in France, Spain and Geneva and Switzerland for now, and we'll be looking to grow across Europe, Germany, UK, Italy, and all the Eastern Europe as well in the years to come.
I understand you're looking for Germany, meaning you're not so present in Germany yet.
No, we're not.
But you told me before you're planning to go there. What makes Germany so interesting for you?
So I think there are two things. The first one is the size of the market. Germany is a very big market, especially in restaurant. When we look at cities like Berlin, for example, huge food scene, a lot of restaurants, very innovative. And the second thing is the innovation. So Germany has been leading the food tech space in Europe for the past 10 years, at least for me, with London maybe. And it means that the digital adoption of such tools is much easier in countries like Germany compared to other countries where they're maybe a little bit less digital than countries like Germany.
We talked about the advantages the users have by adopting your system. Mostly it makes working easier. However, is there something more, as you can integrate some tax and accounting functions as well?
Yeah, so the first thing we do is we enable restaurants to be more visible, have more sales, because they can manage more platform from one single interface. Now,
can you put that in figures?
It goes around 12 to 20% increase in sales, and depending on also if the restaurant was marketing itself or not, then we can really grow the figures, but the spendings of the restaurant grows as well. So it has to be correlated. Now, where we see the most value for restaurants is since we automate everything from this platform. This means that the restaurant won't have to do its accounting, won't have to do its purchases, won't have to manage its staff, won't have to put all its information live, because it can do it automatically from the platform. So we reduce totally the amount of admin operation time he has, and our aim is actually to go to zero, right? So the system does everything for you and you don't have to manage anything anymore.
But this will go far beyond only programming. This will go to kind of AI, right?
Exactly. And this is the next step that we're announcing here at Web Summit, is that we have recently launched a feature called Intelligence, and on each restaurant ID, based on its tech stack, based on what he's actually looking to do, how fast he's looking to grow, we are able to provide him with intelligent notification. I can show you right here. So we are able to provide them with intelligent notification in order for them to be successful. So maybe we'll tell him, don't forget to order Coca-Cola, make sure you have a post on Instagram, reduce the team size this afternoon because there's less customers. And it's data driven. And this way, we aim to increase the margin of the restaurants and reduce their complication in their daily operations.
So most people talking about restaurants are very curious about how do the restaurants work in the future. Specifically, as we are changing our habits, how do we consume, how do we eat, how do we drink? Is there any impact your solution can have?
I think what we saw recently is the delivery going crazy, right? With the pandemic and stuff like this. Our solution will help the restaurant be more focused towards its customers and less on things like admin and accounting and stupid repetitive tasks they have to do to manage their business. So maybe the shift we will see is restaurateur being extremely careful about details, about the menu, about their customers, about their offering a specific experience, and rather than having to do all this admin all the time.
That means, okay, user experience will increase. However, is there any sustainability increase you could imagine?
Yeah, absolutely. Because we are able to integrate all of these things, because we can, let's say, understand where the business can improve, then we have a responsibility as a company to push the restaurant to be greener, to reduce its food waste. But not only that, because we also connect suppliers. So we can improve when suppliers come to the restaurant in order to reduce CO2 emissions. But again, we will most probably do that by integrating startups who are actually operating in this kind of field in order to always try to be like impactful when it comes to bring our software to restaurants.
Sounds brilliant. So if I ask you, can you put your vision for Foodetective in one sentence, what would you say?
Like, I think we really aim to bring the entire restaurant space on one single mobile app and make it smart and intelligent.
So good luck for this. What very impressive what you showed to me.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Marcus.
you so much for your time.
Pleasure. Thank you, Marcus.